many chances, but most punters believe Bunker Hut is the one. So we're just about ready now. Tyler Schiller in the saddle. Big day of racing ahead here at Rosehill, Theo Marks Day. And we're ready to go. Great line out of the gates. Irish Kisses jump well. So to the favourite Bunker Hut. Spicy Hot Pot showing a bit of zip as well. And the very well supported Defiant Heart is quickly on the scene. Defiant Heart's looking for the lead. Taking it now from Spicy Hot Pot. Followed by Divine Breath, Bunker Hut. And Iron Man is sliding along the rails fast improving. Now caught out deep there is Irish Kisses. Followed by Michelle's Girl getting up on the inside. Bundina between them. Further back to Checkoni Girl. Extreme Spirit well back from Putt for Doe, Glacier Queen and May Rose sees them all. 600 metres to go. Defiant Heart shows the way narrowly from Spicy Hot Pot. Divine Breath in third. Iron Man getting a terrific run fourth on the rails. On the inside of the favourite Bunker Hut. Then came Irish Kisses. Extreme Spirit is pulling deeper out and a good way back there is Putt for Doe. Spicy Hot Pot races up now. Races to a narrow lead from Defiant Heart. Iron Man's taking the inside run and powering home. Iron Man moved up to Spicy Hot Pot. Bunker Hut on the scene. Iron Man and Bunker Hut fighting it out. Bunker Hut going to Iron Man and Bunker Hut too strong. Bunker Hut gunned down Iron Man and Glacier Queen third. Then came either Defiant Heart or May Rose for fourth. Spicy Hot Pot Extreme Spirit next. Further back to Michelle's Girl. Then came Irish Kisses from Bundina. A margin back in the field to Miss Checkoni from Putt for Doe and Divine Breath. Favourite too good there, Bunker Hut. Tyler.
Bunker Hut wins. They used to train in partnership, Michael Freedman and Ed O'Rourke, and here they are fighting out the finish. Ed O'Rourke's horse Iron Will dashed away and got away from the field, got away from Defiant Heart, but Bunker Hut too strong.
Yeah, nice win. He showed really good desire there. He was first up. He worked early to find his position. Just hampered and held up a little bit in the straight, but you had to really like the way he knuckled down after Iron Man got the fly on him up the inside. So good performance. Glacier Queen was very good from the wide draw, and May Rose did good work late. But yeah, look, a really nice result for the new connections here. First run for the new connections, and they're not far off getting their money back.
It's a really great ride by Tyler Schiller, especially in the first furlong and a half. He could have been tempted to give the horse a little bit more of a push to try and find the fence when Iron Man, Rachel King, was getting up inside him, but he elected to come back and sit back outside her into the 1-1 position. Held up for a little while, but once he got the splits, this horse was way too good.
All right, we'll check a time, see what they've run here in the first for the 1200, 1994. 1994, waiting for it to officially go up on the big board, but the numbers are up. 8, 11, 12 and 3. 8, 11, 12 and 3.
He'll be in town in the next 4 to 6 months, and he'll be there with a presence, let me tell you.
He's on Chase My Crown. Now, what price Missile Leader now?
$3.50 on a $3.30 NOP. Tab.com.au, we haven't got enough out of this.
Okay. Missile Leader, they don't like it, the tab. If you do, away you go. But quick, because the last one's going in. Well, he had a look. It was like he didn't like it. Here we go for the second, the highway.
Over 1,400 metres. They're off and racing now. And Keep On Going began particularly well with Ollie's Secret fast and astride. Woodsy being sent forward from the wide gate. There followed just behind them there, settling in fourth position to Stormy Witness in the black cap. The stablemate Atmospheric Rock goes to fifth. Then came Miss Thatcher. Just Go Bang is next on the inside of Yum Bay. Further back to Chase My Crown. As they race up into the bend, Montebello's Charm is deeper out there in the maroon-coloured cap too. Further back to the favourite Missile Leader. Then Gypsy Romance, possibly so. And Master Awards last of all. 800 metres to go. Ollie's Secret takes the lead clearly now. by 2.5 lengths on Woodsy, followed then tucked away on the inside, down the side to Stormy Witness. Further back, Just Keep Going from Atmospheric Rock. Then came Miss Thatcher pushing through on the rails, deeper out Yung Bay. Just Go Bang heads the rest. They come around the turn, and Ollie Secret's off and gone. Zach Lloyd trying to pinch this. Ollie Secret 4 lengths in front, giving chases. Stormy Witness into a clear second, then Miss Thatcher into the clear. Atmospheric Rock the outside, but Ollie showing a good kick inside the 200 metres. Ollie Secret 2 in front, sticking to the task. Stormy Witness now giving chase with Atmospheric Rock. Miss Thatcher. Stormy Witness moved up, takes the lead. Stormy Witness ran down Ollie Secret. Atmospheric Rock third, followed by Miss Thatcher. Just Go Bang up the rails, and very late on the scene, Missile Leader from Chase My Crown. Then Montebello's Charm, Master Awards, Gypsy Romance, possibly so. Keep on going, Yung Bay and Woodsy. Stormy.
Well, he's won back-to-back highways, Danny Williams, who was a favourite last week, despised outside of this week. Number 16. Number 16 is going to win this. Stormy Witness. Rhys Jones. Just waiting for that official price to go up. It was $31 on the NOP, $37.60 and $6.40 on the tote. Ollie's Secret dashed away with a winning break. And Atmospheric Rock is going to run third. So Danny Williams first and third.
Well, they thought enough of it to pay up for the Vinery and the ATC Oaks last preparation, and she was really tough, showing speed and running, being very strong on the line here. They did better hundreds earlier in the week with a few little deductions there, so maybe someone's gone home a winner. I thought it was a start-off race, but definitely not. Ollie's Secret went out hard, battled on. Atmospheric Rock is stuck on okay, but, well, what do you say? The two on-speed horses on the speed and just fought that race out.
Yeah, I think Ollie's Secret was a touch unlucky, Duff. Woodsy just attacked him a little bit early and just forced a little bit more speed into the race, but it was still a good effort. Rhys Jones chasing the speed. Another good ride by Rhys Jones. Good to see him in the winner's circle, just coming out of his time.
16, 7, 11 and 3, 1, 23, 19, 35, 4. That's the highway. Last one coming up. This is the third at Rosehill.
Down the leader, Ollie's Secret. Light is on now, and we're ready for the Goffs Orby sale, and they're well into stride now. Too Much Caviar jump well from Duke of Hastings. Casual Connection rolling into a more forward roll, although it's being restrained as I speak. No one wants to take on Too Much Caviar at the moment. Casual Connection under restraint, though, strides up on the outside. And Casual Connection actually given a bit more range, going to head off the favourite Too Much Caviar. Then Duke of Hastings, Nordic Pride plonked down on the fence, followed by Yukon, Olympic Gaze, Sea Treasures, Karma Zones last of all. So would Chad Schofield spice things up a little bit there, allowing Casual Connection to roll to the front. And leads out by 3/4, now a half to Too Much Caviar, who's travelling pretty strongly once it was crossed. And moving up on the outside now at this point is Yukon going to third in front of Duke of Hastings. Nordic Pride is plonked down on the fence. Further back to Sea Treasures, Olympic Gaze, and Karma Zones last of all. 1,500 to go. Casual Connection in front by 3/4 to Too Much Caviar. Nordic Pride on the fence is third. Yukon in fourth, and caught 3 horses wide with Duke of Hastings pushing through the middle. So there's only a few lengths covering the top 5. A gap back to Sea Treasures from Olympic Gaze, and 2 lengths away to Karma Zone. They've got 1,200 metres to run. They're at the halfway mark. It's Casual Connection, a narrow leader now, a neck up on Too Too Much Caviar, followed by Yukon in a 3 wide spot, Nordic Pride the rails, and still between runners there, Duke of Hastings. They're followed by Sea Treasures, Olympic Gaze, and good margin back to Karma Zone. Casual Connection prepares to lead the back, leads by 3/4 on Too Much Caviar, trying this distance for the first time, hanging tough for the moment. Yukon's been 3 wide but trying to stay close enough, although it's come off the bridle now, Yukon, as Duke of Hastings pushes through. Nordic Pride chases the leader. Further back to Sea Treasures, Olympic Gaze, and Karma Zone still last. They've got 500 to go, and Casual Connection being revved right up now. Too Much Caviar might be travelling better the outsiders. Bale has popped at the question, turning for home, and Too Much Caviar moved up to Casual Connection. Nordic Pride goes to third. Up the inside, Sea Treasures running a race at big odds, and Olympic Gaze down the outside. There's danger for the favourite. It's gone Too Much Caviar. Olympic Gaze moved up, takes the lead away from Nordic Pride. Duke of Hastings is taking forever to wind up. Olympic Gaze and Nordic Pride. Olympic Gaze, Nordic Pride. Olympic Gaze has won it. Olympic Gaze ahead to Nordic Pride. Photo third, Karma Zone and Duke of Hastings, followed then by Sea Treasures, who peaked on the run. Then Casual Connection dropping out. Too Much Caviar didn't like the on-pace pressure. And Yukon, who sat 3 wide, has finished a long way from them.
Nathan Perry, well done. Back-to-back wins.
Yeah, he's going super. Really good.
You come here with a bit of confidence today, thinking that this horse has turned his form around?
Yeah, for sure. He's been real consistent this prep. Sort of hoping with the rain yesterday he stuck around a bit more. He's more affected on a softer track. But with the pace, I thought would be a little bit stronger, but he finished off real well.
And Kathy goes well with your stable. She's ridden a few in town for you.
Yeah, that's it. I think Kathy rode a first black type winner as an apprentice with us, a horse called Taraga. But no, we've always had a good association together, and she certainly gets along with this bloke.
Find another staying race somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks a lot, mate.
Well done.
Cheers.
Good on you.
Congratulations, Kathy. Nice effort.
Yeah, it was a good effort. He's in a very good vein of form, this horse. He's just saying to you, he's really well in himself, and I noticed at Canterbury the other day, he really came on from his Kensington run, and I thought he was at his peak the other day, but again today he'd come on a little bit more. He was just really a happy horse, and yeah, it was a very tough effort. I sort of thought he actually sprinted very well, and I thought, oh, I'm a bit susceptible late. He dug deep though, because I was there too soon, and he was good enough to hang on.
What about the change of the plans of the race? Like, on paper there wasn't much speed, but going down past the post first time, they seemed to inject it all in.
Yeah, my plan going out there was just to follow Gay's horse and just be third the fence and have a nice soft run and save him for one crack at them, but I ended up being second last, and there's a pretty strong gallop, and then like I said, he was very good late, so I was happy for that.
Well done.
Thanks.
And Rachel King guides highlights into line. There's been a few dollars for him at bigger odds off his trials. Light is on, and we're ready to go on the fourth. They're off and racing, and Danish Prince hopped out of the gates in front of Momac quickly on the scene to second. At Louvois is going to land in third spot. They're followed by Unspoken, who rails to fourth on the inside of the favourite Grassley Styler. 2 lengths further back to Vanellope. Bluff and Bluster improves on the rails. Shot of Irish and Highlights has been snagged back to last. So the field's stringing out a little bit now. And it's Danish Prince, a narrow leader from the speedy Momac the other. Louvois took a sit in third, 2 lengths away, and a similar margin to Unspoken. A gap of 2 now to Grassley Styler, with Bluff and Bluster improving on the rails. Vanellope back to third last. And Vanellope would be the best part of 8 lengths off the lead. Shot of Irish and Highlights the fence of the last 2. They've got 800 metres to run. Danish Prince ahead in front to Momac. A length and a half to Louvois, travelling strongly. 3 further back to Unspoken. Then Bluff and Bluster. A half to the grey, the outside, Grassley Styler. And 2 further back to Vanellope. Danish Prince at the 500 metres. A narrow leader from Momac under the pump. Danish Prince going better. Beat off Momac turning for home. Then came Louvois, Unspoken, and Grassless Styler getting right to the outside at the 300. Danish Prince just in front, but quickly Grassless Styler, Unspoken have moved up to it from Louvois, and Vanellope's getting tight for room. It's Unspoken and Grassless Styler. The two favourites fighting it out. Unspoken and Grassless Styler. Outspoken, brave, lifting, and it got in there, Unspoken. Narrowly from Grassless Styler, and Danish Prince third, followed by Louvois. Further back in the field to Highlights, making some ground from Bluff and Bluss to Momac. Vanellope wasn't getting much room at a vital stage, and Shot of Irish was last in.
Well done, Paul. Second Australian prep, and looked good today.
Yeah, look, he similar setup to last prep. Trialled quite nicely and was narrowly beaten first up over the same sort of trip. So a little bit more seasoned now. Obviously, had that preparation under his belt, and we got him out over a little bit further than what we see today. But he's certainly a progressive horse, and he's going the right way.
So where do you aim?
Look, he's still in that benchmark bracket at the moment. We don't have to sort of get there too quickly. I think we can probably knock off another Saturday win before we do aim up into something a bit more serious. But I think he's definitely a stakes winning horse in the future, and he's only going to improve.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jossie. I'll be honest, mate. Walked in the enclosure. I thought good improvement in this horse.
Yeah, spot on. His coat hasn't come right, has it? The hair's coming out of him in loads. But in saying that, he felt really good going to the start, very alert. So that gave me confidence that he was up to it today.
You had a great running transit.
Yeah, I did from the gate. I didn't have to do a lot from barrier one to take up that nice spot, but I was happy that I was able to get away from the fence early and give him the open air down the straight.
Well done, bud.
Thank you.
All right, small field, tactical battle coming up. It's probably likely that How Good Are You is going to be leading them and taking some catching. Let's see what happens.
And jumping nicely was Kabaka, along with the favourite How Good Are You. And Marquis has begun well enough to be right underneath the favourite early. Then Casino Kid from Parossa and Fujita Sands just being dragged back and is going to take last position. It's an easy lead for How Good Are You at the 1,500 metres, led by a length. Marquis is getting very close to heels. In fact, it might be coming off heels there with Kabaka up on the outside. Casino Kid puts the head into fourth spot from Parossa, and Fujita Sand being ridden stone cold at the rear of the field. So down the back, the odds-on favourite, How Good Are You? This 4-year-old mare who's won 3 of her 4 starts is bowling along for Rachel King by 2 lengths. On Kabaka is just shading Marquis, who's got leaders back. They're followed by Casino Kid, a half further back to Parossa, and Fujita Sand last of all. Inside the 1,000-metre mark, and How Good Are You in front by 2 lengths on Kabaka. 3 quarters of a length away to Marquis, followed by Casino Kid. Then came Parossa, now down on the fence now by Fujita Sand, who just improved slightly at this point. So no real change to the order. How Good Are You on top by 2 lengths now. On Kabaka in a clear second, and really being reined along now to keep up with the mare. 2 lengths further back to Marquis, Casino Kid, Fujita Sand, and Parossa as they come up to the turn. How Good Are You spins the corner in front by a length and a half on Kabaka, who's flat to the boards. Then Marquis going to third. Fujita Sand down the outside, but How Good Are You slips 3 lengths clear now from Kabaka. Marquis is battling a little bit. Fujita Sand is running on stoutly the outside, but How Good Are You with a good lead from Marquis and Fujita Sand. How Good Are You still in front from Marquis. How Good Are You, in the words of Larry David, pretty good. How Good Are You led all the way to beat Marquis, and Fujita Sand third. A good gap back to Parossa. Then came Kabaka, and Casino Kid was last. She's done it again.
Well done, Adrian. Rachel King in her own right is a great front-running rider, but Timmy Clark could even be proud.
Yeah, look, both have produced some gems on her, and she's a fantastic mare obviously going places, building a great record, and just continues to improve, and probably opened up a few more options today, stepping up in trip.
Have you got a firm opinion on what you do next?
Just not sure how far we can continue to go this preparation. Obviously, she's been up a while, and probably the suitable races for her. Probably wanted to keep her in those sort of fillies and mares grade over a bit of ground. They're probably a bit late in the carnival, so not sure how long we'll keep her up. But she paraded well and looked great, and she's racing well. So we'll take her as far as we can, and sort of take it one step at a time.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Congratulations, Rachel. Why do they sit back and let you go like that?
I don't know, but don't tell them not to.
It was a great ride. Obviously, we imagine that this is how it's going to happen. Take the speed out of it and then clamp it on from the 600. But, gee, this horse is going.
She's going really well. She just keeps stepping up, this filly, and she's getting better and better in everything she does. You know, she used to be a little bit immature and get a bit hot beforehand and in the gates and things like that. But today she's probably the best I've ever felt her, especially sort of her pre-race and everything. And she performed like that as well. She's one that's on the up for sure.
Do you reckon she can go further as well?
I think so, yeah. She's funny. She's a very relaxed filly at the races. She's not quite the same at home, but she is very relaxed when she gets out there, and I think she'll run 2,000.
Well done.
Thank you.
Group 2 for the mares, and we're ready to go. Waiting on the all clear. There it is now. And the Scirocco Stakes field is off. Last out was Zoo Gotcha and Cinderella Days, and Queen of the Ball began sharply. A lot sharper than I Am Me, who goes to third. Zapateo, a couple off them fourth. Then came Zoo Gotcha from Sunshine in Paris, a gap to a tissue. And Espiona's last of all. Queen of the Ball holds the front. I Am Me pulling a bit on the outside as Cinderella Days dropped off. So going into the bend here, Queen of the Ball leads by a half length on I Am Me. 2 lengths away now to Cinderella Days. Zoo Gotcha rails into fourth, and Zapateo's back to fifth now and about 4 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths to Sunshine in Paris from a tissue, and Espiona sees them all coming to the corner. Queen of the Ball weathering the storm from I Am Me, then Cinderella Day. Zoo got to the inside, and now Lloyd pulling out on Zapateo, and she's starting to run on well. It's Queen of the Ball flat to the boards from I Am Me the outside. Zapateo lengthening, Cinderella Days hanging, and down the outside is Sunshine in Paris. Zoo Gotcha up the fence, a tissue ran into a dead end. Sunshine in Paris wide out, stormed to the front and kicked away. Sunshine in Paris wins the Scirocco. Espiona flew home to get second. Zapateo third, just in front of either on the inside Zoo Gotcha or a tissue, who probably should have finished closer. They beat off I Am Me from Queen of the Ball and Cinderella Days.
Well done, Annabelle. They went very, very quick. The time says it all, but she was much the best.
Yeah, no, very happy. She's, been a great filly. Obviously, that was only her 6th start, so we had her pretty right for today. We were confident. The race setup looked ideal, all the speed in the race, but she was lining up against a proper group of mares today, so we thought she could do it, but it's just so pleasing to see.
What a buy for John Camilleri.
Yeah, exactly. He's a great supporter of the game, and congratulations to him and obviously James Harron, who purchased her, and hopefully she's going to repay them, and I think she's certainly going to repay Ryan Maloney's decision to spend the carnival down here as well.
You have mentioned the Everest before. Are you even more buoyant now?
Yeah, well, I'm certainly happy to take a slot for anyone that's got one.
You want one, don't you?
Absolutely.
She's good enough?
Yeah, I think she's good enough. I think she's shown that today. She was first up. We had her, ready to go, but she's the sort of filly that goes quite well fresh, so she could just keep bubbling along until an Everest in middle of October.
So would you run her again? If you got a slot, if they rang tonight, would you run her again?
Oh, you're putting me in the spot there. Not sure, possibly not. It's the same distance. She's a Group 1 winner over 14, and I think she'll get, we're looking again at a Golden Eagle over 15 later in the campaign. So I'd say we may just keep her fresh. A high-pressured race will really suit, and we'll have to talk to John and see what he wants to do, and we'll work it out next week. We need a slot first.
Yes, that's right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Congratulations, Pug. It's set up really, really well for you, but gee, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's next level, Brownie. It's a good Everest audition, that's for sure.
Give her a slot.
Yeah, hopefully. Look, she had to contend with the penalty after she won the Group 1, and like you said, it did set up, but good horses has only done what she done, and she'd probably had her potters coming in today because of her trials hadn't been as probably sharp as what you saw today, but she's not one that overexerts herself and she just saves it for race day. But on Tuesday morning I was very excited and really encouraged after that, so I come here quite confident today, and she delivered.
You felt the winner a long way out?
A long way out, yeah. I felt as soon as I pulled up to Cummings horse, I had it covered, and she doesn't overexert any energy in the run, and she showed that turn of foot. So to think that she's come back even better than last prep, and even though she was a Group 1 winner in her first prep, and getting better with the time, it's pretty hard to say where the ceiling is.
Well done, mate.
Thanks.
The big field is set. Tom Kitten the favourite. We're ready to run. Stand by. Racing. Cafe Millennium was last out, and Kintyre jumped well together with Congregation. Infatuation there along with Vomo Island. This is a keen go for the lead. Encap's really handy down there on the rails from Chaya Wolf. Congregation drifting back a bit now from Cap Ferrar. They're followed then by Steel Blaze on the improve. Going along the inside, going into the first turn. Further back then to Ashfall from Missile Defence. Tom Kitten's well back in the field on the outside of Tannhauser. Ducasse got back, and Cafe Millennium is the last one. The field is well strung out down the side, and Raff Attack charges to the front. Raff Attack by 2 lengths and Infatuation as they race down the side of the course. Kintyre is the length and a half away, third on the outside of Encap, then Vomo Island. Further back to Cap Ferrar on the inside of Chaya Wolf, pulling deeper out. Then came Congregation from Townsend, and Tom Kitten's going to make the bend pretty deep as they straighten up now. Can Raff Attack keep going? He's 2 lengths clear from Infatuation. Kintyre. Encap's off the fence now. No hard luck stories for Encap. He moved up to take the lead now at the 200 metres from Chaya Wolf. Kintyre further back to Cap Ferrar, but Encap's broken clear here. It's Encap 2 lengths in front of Chaya Wolf, and he breaks the maiden in style today in the Ming Dynasty. Encap won easily there from Chaya Wolf. Not sure about third. Tom Kitten, Cafe Millennium and Kintyre close up. Ducasse doing his best work at the finish, followed then by Infatuation, Raff Attack, Steel Blaze, Vomo Island. Further back to Congregation, Ashfall, Missile Defence and Townsend.
Well done, Gaz. What a way to break your maiden in a Ming Dynasty.
Yeah, we sort of planned that way, give a couple of quiet ones. Oh, God, it's been frustrating. I thought we were going to have the same luck coming the corner when he was sort of held up for a couple of strides. He's only a very small horse, about 15-2. He had to push a big horse out of the way, but got a big motor, and he's just goes to show good horses can come from anywhere. He wasn't showing this sort of ability early on. I thought he might win a maiden or two, or something, maiden or a Class 1, and here he is. He's a proper horse.
Yeah, he is, and he told us he was last start. He was close to a win.
What he did first up at Warwick Farm just surprised the hell out of me. I thought I could have a really serious racehorse here. I thought he'd just win his next start, did the same thing, got back too far, rattled home, get on my next start. Came here, was unlucky last start. Today, drew the barrier. Such a big thing. Great ride, Brett. He used the gate, got into a great spot, and just had to make sure he got clear air, and he was strong through the line.
So where do you go to next? What is the distance that you aim at?
Well, look, there's a Golden Rose in 2 weeks' time. That might be a race we might aim at. I'll talk to Brett and see how he comes through the run, what he thinks, but I think that's probably a nice race for him.
Was he a cheap buy?
From Easter sales, yes, 200,000. So, but he's He's by a Golden Slipper winner in Capitalist out of a mare by Stratum. So the double cross of Golden Slipper winners, and I thought, well, this is my next Golden Slipper winner.
That's exactly right.
About 12 months too late.
Well done today.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Okay.
Well done, Brady. No bad luck today, mate.
No, he's obviously he's made himself a little bit bad luck. He's quite a, now we've one right on him, I've sort of got a good understanding of the horse. He's very timid, he's very sort of raw still. He's got an extravagant action when he sort of overreaches sometimes. When you ask him to go, he can go a bit too quick and lose his action. And obviously today I wanted to give him for a nice drive. I prayed all week for a good draw and it come, and when it came I knew he'd win. But his horse that needs help and needs guidance. He had the rail today and just flowed, and he gave me a lovely ride today. He didn't overtake the bridle like he did last time, and so Tom's getting sort of banged into him last time and set him alight, and just a lot went wrong. I tried to help him. You know, you get a kick in the ass, obviously, and you get beat. But you know, I'm trying to make these good horses, and they're not overnight. Sometimes, you know, they need helping. So I said to the owners, give me a chance to help you teach your horse, and you'll benefit from it.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, Corey.
Here is the Run to the Rose.
3-year-olds are ready for the Run to the Rose. Over 1,200 metres. And the gates are back. They're off and racing, and Dahl missed the kick. Out the back together with Militarize, and Libertad jumps sharply with Butch Cassidy, and Moravia being sent forward out wide. Don Corleone's up running fourth, close up then Cylinder, followed by Chrysaor improving in advance at General Salute. Then came Nadala and Militarizers. Last of all, Moravia's doing plenty of work here. From the wide draw, Moravia's going to cross the entire field to lead. Out by a length now as he steadies the speed. Butch Cassidy keeps going on with the job. In advance of Libertad, then Don Corleone and the white cap. Further back to the favourite Cylinder. General Salute on a wide path from Chrysaor, Nadal and Militarised, last of a bunch field in the Run to the Rose, and Moravia shows the way from Butch Cassidy, breathing down his neck. A length and a half to Don Corleone from Libertad. Cylinders all cluttered up at the moment from General Salute as they race inside the 300 metres. It's Moravia in front from Butch Cassidy. Cylinders not out yet. Moravia still in front from Butch Cassidy. Now Nadal is starting to thunder home. Moravia in front from Butch Cassidy. Cylinder's out now. He's charging, going to Moravia. Oh, Cylinder got out of jail to win the Run to the Rose. Cylinder just edged out Moravia, and third between Butch Cassidy, Nadal. Then General Salute, Militarised, flashing home. Further back to Libertad and Chrysaor, and an epic finish to the Run to the Rose.
Well, congratulations, James. 5 times James Cummings has won this race. You shared one with Bart, but it's been a great race for Godolphin. Now, how good is Cylinder?
Oh, he's up there, isn't he? He's a powerhouse of excitement. The horse arguably shouldn't have won the race, but he's been able to find the narrowest of gaps, if you could even call it a gap, and he's burst through and savaged the line. A very good colt with a great record, but our best 2-year-old who's now undefeated at 2 out of 2 this prep. That's very exciting for us going into the spring.
So you've turned the 2 weeks into the Golden Rose. Instead of talking about what could have been, you're going to talk about a win, because it almost got away from you.
Yeah, it did, and Cylinder's had to learn a tiny little bit more racecraft today too, with a few horses up ahead of him, and forcing him to switch off over 6 furlongs with cluttered up between horses. That's good for this young colt, and now he's had plenty of experience. That'll help get his back down, and he should be absolutely cherry ripe, a fit horse in 2 weeks, and I think he's well and truly an interesting contender for the Golden Rose.
Okay, Golden Rose. Beyond that, do you talk Everest? Are you interested? Do you want to have 2 horses in Secret and Cylinder in the big race?
I think that it would make a lot of sense, and this year we've got extra time between the Golden Rose and the Coolmore, but the Coolmore's a great race for the horse too, and that race at Flemington should have lots of his preparation mapped around, but the Everest is going to sit there neatly from the Golden Rose this year. and so it's very achievable. But it'll depend on what happens in 2 weeks, how the horse is, and we've got plenty of time to decide that. But his win today was pretty special, wasn't it? In a top race, and it's the type of race that, regardless of what the form of the horses is going into it, and some of them are untapped. The race, you can rely on the race for bringing the horses up to run the rating, and he looked pretty exciting to my eye this afternoon.
Great to have him back.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Congratulations, Nash. Isn't it funny how...
Red's trying to get you a job.
Isn't it funny how races change complexion at the start? Like, we had you down as the leader and taking control of the race, but take us through it.
Yeah, look, the stable never really puts you under too much pressure to be anywhere. They like to see their horses in their comfort zone, and although we sort of went out on the track with the plan to still lead, from the time I hit the ground, I was I was going to be... I had to wave the white flag basically and say, well, if we can't win it here, we'll try and win it later. And look, the horse just conserved energy the whole race, and we're in a really awkward position, and it was just a matter of not making a mistake at the wrong time. I just had to bide my time until the run come, and when it did, he was explosive through not making a mistake on him.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, pal.
Been a very good betting race. Argentia and Nugget, the two shorteners and the two favourites. So we're standing by for the all clear. There it is. And we're ready to go. And the Theo Marks, they're off and racing. Flying Crazy missed the kick by a length and a half. Now jumping quite well was Golden Mile together with Argentia, and now Crosstalk is starting to show plenty of zip. Cuban Real jump well, settles in fourth position with Nugget moving up on the outside. Kerwin's Lane the rail. They're followed by Waterford from Madame Pommery, the Inevitable. Further back then to Kovalika from Flying Crazy, and Commando Hunt's last of all. And about 15 off the lead, so Crosstalk got across, led out by a length and a half on the well-supported favourite Argentia. Golden Mile got down to the rails third, and Nugget fourth, one out, one back. They're followed then by Cuban Real in advance of Waterford. Further back to Kerwin's Lane from the Inevitable. Madame Pommery, Kovalika well back from Flying Crazy, and Commando Hunt sees them all. 500 to go. Crosstalk in front from Argentia, getting a bit closer on the outside. Golden Mile hugging the rails. Isn't a great deal of room to go through. Nugget popped the question. Likewise Waterford. Further back to Cuban Real. Crosstalk under siege, and Golden Mile slipped up on the rails. Golden Mile took the lead from Argentia, sticking on. Likewise Nugget. Waterford, the Inevitable coming down the outside, but Golden Mile's got a good kick. The Inevitable flashing home on the outside. Golden Mile in front wins the Theo Marks. Golden Mile beat the Inevitable. Waterford third in front of Nugget and Argentia. Further back to Cuban Real and Kerwin's Lane. Then Crosstalker got a bit tired from Madame Pommery, Flying Crazy, Kovalika and Commando Hunt.
Well done, James. Nice to see him get back on track today.
Yes, the boys do remind me when these Group 1 winning colts step out to the races, and they, if they put a couple of below par ones together, they do warn me and say, be careful. So it's good to see him not only run a good race again, but to get up and win. And a time-honoured race, like to win the Group 2 Theo Marks, is special for a colt who's already a Caulfield Guineas winner. It gets the wrap back on the horse, and he's well and truly back up in lights as a Caulfield Guineas winner deserves to be. And son of a Stern, he's back on the board and he's in the game.
Of course, first race circumstances were horrible for him. Second up, he was beaten in a fair way. Did you think you had the horse right?
Yeah, but in fairness to the horse, there might not be much made of it in the steward's report, but I don't have many horses come back to scale with the injury he had last time in the Winx. I mean, he got galloped on badly enough, and thankfully he was fine. You were quite lucky the last two times he's raced this prep that he's come through, a sound horse and happy to continue training, and you don't always get that chance. So as for today, great attention to detail from Dominic Byrne, who was did well to pick up on cross-talk, laying out, turning for home, and it won Nash the race. So, those little things make a big difference. The devil's in the detail, and, there's no such thing as paralysis by analysis. These jockeys have got to be well prepared when they come to these races, and it makes all the difference when we're talking narrow margins and big races where winning and losing counts for everything. It goes a long, long way.
You know what's next?
Well, I don't mind the look of the Premier for the horse, but Nash Rosehill is, you don't want to hold him up, Nash, in a race, and you don't want to hold him up for an interview. And it looks like he's bursting to say something. We can't be here all afternoon.
Good on you. Okay, here's Nash. Corey, James telling us that it was predicted that he'd get the rails run.
Well done, Nash. Yeah, he got the rails run. Good to see this horse back to his best.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, we've got to go to the Cox Plate or something now. But no, look, he'd obviously hadn't had much go right for him first couple of runs, and blinkers on today gave him a lot of confidence, and he was sort of pushed the button to go through, and thought I might have gone just 50 too soon here, because he showed a great turn of foot. But to his credit, when he got a bit tired late, he still kept on him.
What do you think his pet distance is?
Look, a mile's probably...
Stretching?
He probably wants a good run mile. Blinkers on where they're going quick enough for him to relax, but I think that's where you'll see him, he's most dominant. But look, he's an older horse now, maybe space his runs once every 3 or 4 weeks, and a race like that probably sits him better, I don't know, but he could win a straight break, the horse, that's what he could win. Get him with 55 in the winter, and who knows.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Here's Darren for the last.
Card, and we're good to go. In the last here at Rosehill, and what's been a terrific day's racing. And the light is there. Stand by. Ready to go. And they're off and racing, and Willinga Beast jumped well, so to the favourite. Red Card being sent forward. Red Card about a half in front to Willinga Beast. Audit on the improver. Quick Tempo's jumped a lot better than usual, settling in fourth. Several lengths further back in the field to High Court out deep from Maltai, then Munitions Airman. Smashing Eagles third last on the rails into the bend from on the lead, and Extremely Lucky's last of all. Hieronymus got to the front on Red Card. Just tries to give her a bit of a breathe and out the 600 metres. 3/4 to Audette, then Willinga Beast from High Court. Maltai 3 back the paint from Munitions Airman, wider out, and Smashing Eagles well back and on the fence. They turn for home. Red Card is the leader inside the 350 from Audette. Willinga Beast chasing on the fence, further back to Quick Tempo, further back than to Maltai. Smashing Eagles ducking and weaving between runners. Airman getting to the outside, but Red Card's got a good kick. Red Card 2 lengths clear. Smashing Eagles flashing home at the end. You can blow the whistle. Red Card's off and gone in the last. Red Card beat Smashing Eagle. Airman third, then came Willinga Beast. Extremely Lucky's got home a lot better today. Closing off strongly at the end. Then came Maltai from Quick Tempo, High Court, Audette, Munitions, and on the lead. Last.
Well, James, the stable can go home tonight. Pretty pleased with themselves. It's been a great day for your camp.
Yeah, hats off to the staff. They've done it. They've presented the horses here in fine order, but we turned up to the races with a very mixed bag of horses, different pedigrees, some different jockeys, some new faces, and it's good. It's been a very productive day for us. But to go home with these last 3 races, they were important races for us. Great to see Red Card back. She was put away after only 3 runs last prep, and she went to the paddock full of energy and full of health, and she's come back full of beans and feeling great. So this is a great foundation for the rest of her campaign.
3 in a row. You'll chase a double hat trick now.
Well, Tom Kitten ruined the quadrella for the flea punters back at the stables.
Oh no!
But he nevertheless was part of something like maybe only 1 unplaced runner out of about 7 or 8 runners today. So if the flea punters have been onto them as place bets, they've done well.
Where is Tom Kitten going? in his next start? Or what are you thinking about with him? Because he was a monster run today.
Yeah, I thought he was big, and he weighed in a kilo overweight too. It'll come to light. So look, excellent to run third after being off the bridle from 800 or 900 metres from home and wide all the way, but he was good to get today. Look, I don't know about the Golden Rose, but maybe a Caulfield Guineas Prelude, or maybe even wait a little longer and run him in the Dulcify. I'll have a think about it, but we like the look of the Spring Champion Stakes for him, and we'll pick a path towards there. But very pleased with him, and it's been a great day for the yard. So good to see Adam Oranmus ride a winner in the colours too, and after a long time out, he's come back, hit the ground running, as jockeys do tend to do. He's hungry and he's getting opportunities. It was good to see him fill the gaps and deliver us a perfect ride.
Well done today.
Thank you.
I'm tipping Corey likes those colours.
Yeah, he was just telling me how he thought he looked good in blue, but great effort, mate. Controlled the race, never looked like getting beat.
Yeah, exactly right. She's trialled up well. She's got very good gate speed, and it's just important that she jumped clean today, and she did so. And after that, it's basically race over. We got to the front nice and comfortably. She relaxed well and travelled right up well into the straight. Although she's probably going to improve off the run, it was good that I was able to hold her together right into the straight and extend her late.
Yeah, to look at her in the yard, she looked like she was screwed down for a first up mission, but she's got good improvement now?
I definitely think so, yeah. So it's very good.
Well done.
Thank you.